Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe is visiting the Amajuba District Municipality in KZN to engage with stakeholders in the mining sector. A local community recently clashed with miners. Let's get you the latest with Newzroom Afrika's Silethiwe Ndlovu. She is in KwaZulu-Natal and she joins us now live. Silethiwe, there are a number of concerns raised on mining issues in the area, and government officials often go visit these areas. They talk about stakeholder engagements. What does that really mean?
Good morning, Michelle. That's actually the question that we ourselves are going to engage in and ask from the Director General at this particular moment. But we know, of course, as you stated, that there's a number of issues that are faced by a number of communities under this district. Even just a couple of months ago, we had a conversation with a family that is, it seems, has an issue with a mine that is operating on their private property without receiving their consent. And I'm going to bring in the Director General now to speak to us. Perhaps before we even get into that conversation, let's start off with talking about the intention behind today's engagement.
Okay, thank you very much. We are here in the district today because Minister Mantashe is a district champion as part of the DDM, which is a district development model for Amajuba District Municipality. We are here as part of the various engagements that the Minister has been hosting together with the district in terms of agreeing on the program of action that we will together champion. That is national government, the province, as well as the district and the local authority. That includes traditional leadership.
Perhaps just flesh out what the engagement looks like. I know that it was mentioned that it is going to be a 2-day engagement where you're going to conduct different activities. Perhaps just flesh that out for us.
As we sit here now, the minister is actually in an engagement with Amakosi, where basically the discussion is around how can the national government together with the district pull together resources to ensure that there is development in the area and the communities in this particular area benefit. The minister will, in the afternoon, there's also going to be an engagement together with the district around some of the projects that have been identified as to what is the detailed plan and the progress on some of those projects. The minister will talk to that probably to yourselves later today around the details around those projects. The minister will also be visiting a number of schools where we will be handing over school shoes and other goodies for those particular schools that have been raised or sponsored by some of the companies that operate in the area.
I want to focus on, you're mentioning that he's currently, the minister is currently engaged in a meeting with Amakosi. We ourselves have spoken to a number of Amakosi, a number of different communities around this area. Speak to me about some of the challenges that have been identified when you are looking at mining. We had a conversation off air where I told you about a family that we've engaged with. So just speak to me about some of the challenges, the mining challenges that you've identified so far.
I think the common issues that are raised with us when you go into various communities, and they're not different in this particular community, is obviously around the involvement of communities in projects, employment that is supposed to come with projects, and developments that the mining companies, as part of their social labor plans, commit to. The delivery of those projects and involvement of the communities. Those are some of the issues that are generally being raised, and those are the issues that are also being raised here. As I said, we are obviously listening to the issues from the side of Amakosi. In the afternoon, there is a session where we are going to be engaging with the mining companies as well, to also put forward some of these issues that they are raising. Yes.
And maybe just to speak about perhaps the interventions. Of course, you're mentioning the challenges, but talk to us about some of the interventions when you are looking at some of the challenges that are being raised by different community members. You mentioned the issue in terms of employment. Talk to me about some of the interventions that, as the department, you plan on enforcing.
Look, the mining companies make commitments. We regularly enforce the commitments that, for example, in terms of the social labor plans, where there are commitments, the team from the regional offices regularly come out to inspect projects, and we intervene where possible. When it comes to issues of employment, obviously, to the extent possible, the department does engage with the communities and the mining companies to ensure that the local communities are prioritized when it comes to opportunities that are generated out of the projects that are being undertaken.
DG, thank you so much for your time this morning. Michelle, that's Jacob Mbele. He is the Director General of the department. The conversation around employment when you are looking at mining in the area, we know that it has been a sore topic rather for a number of communities here, where some of them state that they've been working for different mining companies but have not been getting paid. A lot of them are asking questions about UIF. So that definitely is a question that we are going to be perhaps engaging in further when we do get into conversation with those different communities a bit later on. And also, we are going to be engaging further with the Mavimbela family that are faced with that issue of a mining company that is allegedly conducting operations on their land without receiving consent of the landowner.